This is a material editor tutorial on creating an emissive material. This is the May 2011 build of the Unreal Development Kit. My name is Jordan Ewing, and I'm an art creation student at the Guildhall at SMU with cohort 16. Today is June 5th, 2011. Now the first thing to do once you're inside UDK is to open the content browser. With this open, click on the import button on the bottom left of the window. Within here, you want to navigate to the three textures that correspond with this tutorial, wherever they're at on your system, and select all three of them and click Open. This will bring up a dialog box. We will want to name the package Emissive_tutorial. The group will be texture, because that is the type of asset that we are bringing in, and we're going to leave the names alone. So click OK on each of the dialog boxes. There will be one for each of the assets you're trying to import. When that's done, you'll see that your package has been created, named Emissive Tutorial, with the subgroup texture and the three assets inside of it. Now that those are imported, we'll want to actually create the material node. So go back to your root node, right-click in the content browser, and click New Material. This will again bring up the dialog box. The group will be material, and the name will be light_matte. This will open up the material editor. Now the first thing we want to do is bring in the diffuse map. So go back to the content browser, select the diffuse, back to the material editor, and create a texture sample expression. Once that's done, connect the RGB output to the diffuse input of the material. The next thing we want to do is bring in the emissive map. So the same thing we did with the diffuse, back to content browser, select the light emissive, back to material editor, and create another texture sample expression. Connect this one's RGB to the emissive. As you see what just happened there, even on the unlit surfaces, the spots that are shown as having light on the emissive map are being displayed as having light on the surface in real time, even on the unlit sides. And that's the whole point of an emissive or glow map. Now the next things we want to do are just polish elements. So let's bring in the normal map. Select the normal map, come back in here, and create another texture sample expression. Grab the RGB node and select that to the normal map. Now you notice a slight shift in here, but it's still kind of hard to tell that anything actually happened there. So to really sell that, we're going to bring in specularity onto the material. However, since we do not have a specular texture, we are going to use the blue channel from the diffuse. So grab the blue channel and bring that down to the specular input on the material. Now as you can see, there's a slight specularity to this, but it's very, very diffused out across the surface as a whole. Kind of just isn't really helping us a whole lot. So what we're going to do is create a constant expression . We're going to give it a value of 80. And we're going to plug this into the specular power. As you can see what just happened here, it really tightened up the highlight, and it's giving us some really nice surface detail playing off of the normal map on this flat surface. And with that, the material is completed. So there's two things left to do. The first is to save the material by clicking on Apply Changes in the top left corner. Close out of the material editor, and then the final step is to actually save the package that you just created. So right-click on it in the content browser and click Save. Navigate to wherever you want to save it on your system. Make sure it's still titled Emissive Tutorial, and click Save. . And when that is completed, you have successfully created an emissive material within Unreal Development Kit.